Seeing the dew on this cool morning reminds me to get a move on. So I'm going to see what beans I can start harvesting. So I'm going to harvest any that look like they're drying, or at least, let's see, that the beans have plumped up. So that one maybe I could leave, and then those ones I'll freeze half dried, Yeah, there's quite a few. There's a certain type there. I don't know what that one is. I'll get a move on because I've got a lot to work with. These ones are already opening, so this is what happens if I don't get them fast enough. The mice will. Well, that's a nice start. I get to do it slowly. So there's the dry ones. There's actually lots of lovely, I think this is Lewis bean green for his provider also. So I can still nibble those. Then there's some that I've got for semi-dry, demi-sec. These are really, I got to go in and read what type this is. I've got, these ones are called candy. I'm going to let a lot of them dry on the plant further, but I do want some demi-sec. And these are dragon's tongue, and I don't know what these are. But the ones that can dry, there's a lot in here. I'm going to spread them out inside, and then I'll pod some of these. But between my back bending over getting these and the podding, I like to do it nice and slow. So there we go. I'll leave these for drying. Many of them are pretty much there. Some of them are almost there. So I'm not going to do those for semi-dry. I'm going to let those dry here. They will. A few for dinner. And then these ones I will pod in a bit to go in the freezer as semi-dry. I haven't harvested any leeks yet, so I think it's time to enjoy some. I'm going to harvest a couple for leek and potato soup today. I guess I'll go for the larger ones. Yeah. Oh dear. There we go. That's lovely. Maybe this one, not so large, but looks good. No pests. I was just going to go up and get some potatoes up here, but see who I can see here. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Hey, pretty boy. How are you? Good morning. I'll try to walk over, not scare him. Hi, pretty boy. What you eating? You're so pretty. You're not afraid of me, are you? Well, he was cute. Now I'm going to go up there and get some potatoes from this area to go with my soup. I'm not getting anywhere this year with my squash. Look at the sow bugs eating those. So here's where I'll get the potatoes from. They could stay in a bit longer, but they're coming out of the soil. I did wrong here and just didn't hill them up enough and then, or bury them deep enough. And then it was so overgrown, I just neglected them. So there's a lot of green ones, but I'm going to pull out what I can. Oh, such a shame. They were nice and big. And they're mostly green. Well, I'll keep digging and I'll show you what I find. As suspected, they're a mess. Green ones, eaten ones, scabby ones, goodness gracious. Well, I'll salvage what I can for my soup. And you need fresh thyme for a leek soup also. Now it looks and smells like rain's on the way. So I'm going to throw the bean shells in my compost and continue harvesting. I'm going to run around and I'll show you what I pick up. So I'll rummage through my broad beans, see what's there. And I'm going to get a couple of patty pans. There we go, that's a nice one. This is one of the few squash plants. It's a summer squash, but one of the few that looks so healthy. That's a pretty patty pan, isn't it? I just love the sunflowers. But I'm going to go down now and see if there are some tomatoes. So this was a garlic bed and this was a garlic bed. So I've put some succession sowing just in case the season does go nice and long, staying warm. We'll see if we get anything there. It's mostly lettuce and Chinese greens. And then I had some sowings of beets and cabbage and broccoli, I think it is. So we'll see how it does. Here in my tomato area, I have yellow tomatoes. I've picked one. It was still slightly firm, but very good. I'm not very clear. It's the first time growing yellow tomatoes. But I'm going to guess that this is even going orangey. Yeah, I can feel the softness there. I know they should sort of fall off in your hands. Oops. I see some tiny Tims in there too. I'll let them go another bit. And I'll leave that a bit. Oh, and there's red in there. Let me go around and see what... I think I'll pick that one. Everybody... There's a zucchini in there. It's pretty much ready, isn't it? It's running into the wall. Oh, I think I'm going to take that also. So those aren't ready. Yeah, that one's still a bright yellow. I think the orangey ones, one or two, I'll take. A lot of yummy tomatoes to come. There we go. I'm glad I got this yellow one because I can see it's just starting to split there, which we're in for some rain tomorrow. Oh, and the skin's soft. That's nice. Pretty colors. Here's a look at today's harvest. A couple of patty pans, a zucchini, some tomatoes. These are from indoors. Globe artichoke, just grabbed 1 carrot, broccoli and broccolini, always, so much of it this year. Still picking at the broad beans. This was a cabbage and that's all I salvaged after the sow bugs, slugs, every bug was in it. It's disgusting. Just some onions that had fallen over, so I'm going to start, it's time for me to begin drying. I think you can see over there I'm slowly working on it, and I've got some in the pantry. And then some disastrous potatoes. My goodness. What a shame. See the green? This one, well, it's just going scabby. Even the russet Burbanks are scabby. Green and scabby. Disastrous. And I got through those first beans, so I ran back out and got some more. May as well do it while I feel like it. So I've added more to the bag of today's shelled beans, and I'm working on, this is my 4th bag for my broad beans. Well, that's all I'm going to harvest today. Hope your harvests are going well. Thank you so much. Take care. We'll see you soon.